this whole thing. Already technical difficulties, but here we are. Hello, y'all. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? Because listen. Okay, there we go. Now it's finally connected. I hope that y'all are having a good day. I'm having a very Aries day. You can tell that the solar eclipse is building to the Aries energy, which is potent as, potent as F, simply because of everything that's going on. And simply because of the sun being exalted in Aries energy already, having the moon this eclipse is gonna be something else. I really hope that y'all ready for this. I really hope that y'all ready for this eclipse. Okay, I just got Instagram on, TikTok is on. If you see me looking at multiple screens, I have YouTube right there over here. I have TikTok over here, and I have Instagram right over here. Okay. So yeah, if you see me looking in different directions, that is why. Now, welcome to this very I'm gonna call it a very high energy week, because that's really what it is. If you're feeling very high tension, if you're feeling very passionate, if you're feeling very saucy, is the word. It's the word that I'm looking for. Then this is where the energy is building to. Eclipses are notoriously really hectic times, and they tend to be a time where, because the energy is so heightened. Hold on. Lost the card to the floor. Hold on. Okay. Because the energy is so heightened. Okay. Because the energy is so heightened, and everything feels very, very emotionally intense. But also the sun in Aries is just going to amplify that Aries energy. It's just going to make it real decisive. Decisive is the key word. Okay, decisive is truly the key word of the conversation. It's a decisiveness that's coming through. It is a decisiveness. And so for this particular week, we're in eclipse season. So eclipse season lasts, the energy lasts 2 weeks. So you know how full and new moons, regular moons, the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. Eclipse energy lasts 2 weeks for each eclipse. So if you've already been feeling a lot of things, then that is why. But it's a very heightened time, and the energy of it lasts for quite a bit of time. And it's a lot of shifts. It's a lot of listen. It's a lot that is being shifted. Is a lot that's being that's coming into this realignment. It's a lot that's also, there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs. There's going to be a lot of when it comes to communication, when it comes to things that are being said. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. When it comes to Aries energy, you have to really be mindful. Like right now, the moon is in Pisces, right? Because we're building into this Aries energy, right? This Aries energy, this Aries vibe. So when it comes to starting the energy, right, with Pisces energy, moving into this very fiery, very warrior, very I said what I said my piece, blah, blah, blah energy. Aries can be very, very blunt. Okay. We are building up to, and we're already in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury going retrograde, right? There's already a lot of things that are going to be said. There's already things being said. There's already things that are being communicated because they need to be communicated. And so people are going to be feeling a little bit extra bold verbally. Okay, I haven't done the breakdown for the eclipse yet. Expect that tomorrow, that video tomorrow. I've been like working on readings and working on orders, so I haven't posted that. But expect that video tomorrow. We will break down the solar eclipse, and we will dive in and talk about the energies. But I'm telling you, the energy is going to be very saucy. And because Aries is a warrior sign, it is a very passionate sign. It is a very determined sign. It is a very tactical sign. But it is also a very blunt sign. Okay. Expect these next couple of weeks to be bold, blunt, on a I said what I said type of vibe. Okay. On a, well, I'm not going to sugarcoat what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Vibe. Okay. On a decisive, like you're making a decision and that decision is the decision. Like that's what it is. That's literally what it is. Like it a big period at the end of every sentence. Every sentence, every action, there's a big period there because Aries is very, very decisive. And so when we get into this week, as we're also building into the solar, like the lunar eclipse that's happening, this week's gonna be something. This week's gonna be something. If people are being extra spicy with you, understand that part of it is the astrology of the thing. And if you're feeling like being extra spicy, it's the astrology of the thing. Listen, we're starting off the week, even though the moon is currently in Pisces, it's going to go into Aries, and this is why we're in this Page of Wands energy. We're kind of in this space where we want something new. Okay, the pages is in the pages too, like for all of the different elements, right? The pages are an initiatory movement intention, something that we're trying to actively work towards, something that we're trying to actively like make steps, you know, to move ahead with, like something that we're trying to initiate, something that we're trying to shift, something that we're trying to change, something that we're trying to kind of a new journey that we're trying to take, right? And so when you see the Page of Wands like this, the Page of Wands is like, oh, you're very passionate about this, you know, new kind of journey that you're going in. You're kind of passionate, you're feeling, you know, very hyped, like you're feeling like, you know, I'm really excited. Okay, there's a lot of energy that's going into this journey, this new beginning. And so shifts that are happening, decisions that are being taken this week have a huge impact on how the rest of the year is going to look like for you. Okay, they have a huge impact on how the rest of the year is going to look like, because there's certain things, certain decisions that are being made this week that are going to very much be very transformative. Some of you are choosing to leave certain things that just have not paid off, okay, have not come into fruition. Like it was just like almost like a not meant to be energy either. Like you put a lot of energy into it, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of emotions, but it was just not, it's not in alignment. There's something about whatever is being released this week is not in alignment. It's not in alignment. It's not, like, it's kind of like cutting your losses and moving on to the thing that you're being called to do vibe. That's what's coming up with this. What is in alignment, right? And so this shift, it's going to feel very emotionally like kind of getting the weight off your shoulders. The eclipse is going to push you into releasing something and following your journey in a way that you might have not been doing for like a while. Like this is almost like a new feeling. You know, when you get the best way that I can explain is, you know, when you get a crush on someone, right? And then you're like just so excited and like you get butterflies and you're just kind of like, you know, you're feeling like all of these things and you're like, oh, you're thinking about them. And it's just, it feels so new and it feels like, oh my God, the potential, all these kind of things, right? So, you know, like when you're in that kind of vibe, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to be feeling this, okay, I'm letting go of past stuff. I really have to. Like at this point, I kind of want something new anyway. So we're letting go of that, and we're feeling a lot more of this. Okay. And the Seven of Wands can be a very like overwhelming card, and the energy will feel overwhelming. I'm not going to tell you that the solar eclipse is not going to feel overwhelming, because I would be lying to you. There's parts of it that will be feeling overwhelming. There's parts of it that will be feeling, like it's a lot. And like you kind of need to release energy. Please make sure that you have some sort of release rituals planned, or something planned for yourself, where you are doing the work to release the over amount of energies that are present, because this eclipse is very, very potent. Aries energy is always high, passionate, high everywhere. Like it just feels like you are on fire, like quite literally on fire. And it's harder for some of the signs, like if you don't have a lot of fire placements in your chart, and you have a little bit of a harder time kind of connecting to the fire element, to some of the other elements, then it might feel a little bit like, it might feel a little dense. It might feel a little weird. It might feel a little bit like, oh my God, like there's too much. It just feels too much like energy, right? So you have to be really mindful of how you are, releasing some of that energy, some of that pent up energy. There's different ways to work through Aries energy. Okay. Mars is also the planet of passion. So if you wanted to do some sensual rituals, you can absolutely do that for this solar eclipse. If you wanted to do some of that, definitely recommend some sort of fire. We're incorporating fire into your practice for the solar eclipse. This would be a really beautiful time to do a fire purification ritual. I cannot stress that enough. Beautiful time to release, beautiful time to kind of shift the energy. Anything that's kind of weighing on you, anything that feels too heavy, anything that feels like, it feels tight. It feels like a lot. It feels like you're kind of over it. It feels like you just want to let it go. Do a fire purification ritual. Okay. Try to release some of the stuff that you don't want to be anxious about, some of the stuff that you really don't want to deal with, and just focus on rebuilding and coming, back into your strength. There's a reason our bottom of the deck, by the way, is strength, the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Star card, which is the card of destiny. Okay. Destiny, right? We have the 8 of Wands, which is the card of swift action. Okay. Which is part of that fire element, that fire pentacle suit, right? Swift action. Ace of Wands, which is a card of that intention that this page right here is taking place. This is what they're choosing. They're choosing. You see that stick that they're holding? That's what they're wielding. They're choosing that direction. They're choosing to take on that step. They're choosing. And because it's the fire element, I'm telling you, it moves really quickly. Think about how quickly fire spreads. When you want to do something, when you want to eat something, when you want to you're craving pizza, or you're going to go to the pizza store. You're going to get up, or you're going to order it, whatever you're going to do. You're going to go. Why? Because you're craving it. Your stomach is craving it. Okay? Your stomach is craving it. When you want something, it moves quickly. The fire element in the fire suit in tarot moves very, very quickly. It's not as quick as swords, because the sword suit is the mind. It's all about the mind and communication. And obviously the air element moves as fast as you are breathing, and it moves as fast as I am talking. Okay, it's very quick, but the fire element moves just as quickly. As quickly as you getting ready in the morning, as quickly as you cooking dinner, as quickly, like the second you want something, you kind of like going for it. That's the underlying energies. And so having the 10 of Pentacles, like there's goals here. 10 of Pentacles and strength. There's goals here. There's things that we want. There's things that we're trying to accomplish. There's efforts being made. And especially when it comes to this, the 10 of Pentacles energy is an energy that takes a long time to fully manifest. I'm just going to keep it 100 with y'all. And you guys know I've said this before, but it does. The 10 of Pentacles energy, because it's an earth card, right? The Pentacles is connected to the earth signs. And the earth signs, what? We are the slowest out of all of the, all of the other signs and energies. We are the slowest. However, we build to this. The Ten of Pentacles energy is an abundance that is long lasting. It's an abundance that you can pass down to your kids. It's an abundance and a prosperity that continues to bless the bloodline for years and generations forward. Like, it's something that it is a huge blessing. So it takes a long time to build and feed in the energy of this manifestation, whatever that may look like for you, whether you're trying to buy a house, whether you're trying to move, whether you're trying to do a shift where you're going to be grounded for a long time. It is something that takes years to completely and fully be in like that space. So it takes anywhere from 5 to 10 years to fully manifest, especially if you're not an earth sign. I gotta say that, especially if you're not an earth sign. But this card, this is the abundance card. This is a card of abundance. So we're choosing to, we're redirecting ourselves very quickly back into abundance, and we're coming back into our destiny, because that is the star card. Coming back into our purpose. How is your purpose? How are you realigning with your purpose to do what you're supposed to be doing? How are you doing that? How are you doing that? How are you making your purpose your number one priority? How are you doing that? Sometimes it takes your purpose a minute to, again, for you to fully bring it into fruition. But once you do, it's something else. Okay, it's something else. And then we have the strength card as underlining the message, which means that there's an unridiculous amount of power and energy that we have. This is a card of Leo. When I tell you that the fire element is coming out hard. There is this passion, there's this strength, there is this finding pleasure back in what we want to fully bring into fruition, into our vision, into our own reality. There is this passion here. Okay, there is this passion, there is this acknowledgement that this is what you need to be focusing on. And so that's the underlining message of this week's reading. Okay, so when I say, we are shifting and we are releasing, there's a reason why we're releasing. There's a reason why we're getting butterflies and why we are trying to romanticize our destiny and what we're supposed to be doing. That's the key thing. What are you supposed to be doing? How have you allowed yourself to get distracted? How have you allowed yourself to get distracted? Right? How have you allowed yourself to get so distracted that you haven't been focusing on what you needed to be focusing on? And now you're feeling like, I really need to get back on my shit. I haven't, and I really need to get back on my shit. So what is it that I'm not going to focus on? What is it that I'm not going to give my energy to? Right? And then, as we build to this very powerful lunar eclipse in Scorpio, we have the High Priestess and the Death card. That's how we're ending the week. Emotions. These are two water energies, okay? Emotions, okay? Emotions. First of all, what you don't understand about this thing that you are releasing, this thing that you are shifting, this thing that you are coming in alignment with, is that it is triggering a part of yourself that is going to cause a very, very large transformation. We're ending the week with 2 major arcanas. Okay, 2 major arcanas. Okay, so there's an aspect of this week that not only puts us back on track spiritually to what we needed to be doing, but we're also triggering and working with this huge transformative energy of what this year is ultimately going to be bringing to us, and what the changes that we're going to allow to happen in order for us to stay more in alignment. There is another aspect of this where it's like, why you need to do what you need to do. You know why. You know why you need to do what you need to do. The High Priestess card is a card of knowing. Okay? It is the card of knowing. You know why you need to do what you need to do. Argue with your mother. Okay? Argue with your father. You know why you need to do what you need to do. You feel it inside you. Because why? Why? Because this is triggering part of your destiny. This is why this is underlining the reading. There's underneath that, by the way, it's a 5 of Cups, because there's been a little bit of a discontent with not being able to stay consistent and focusing on what your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. Too many of y'all are telling me that y'all tired in the comments. No, I'm sorry. This is Aries season. You have Pisces season to go be tired and sleep and rest. So you should have did that in Pisces season. This is not the season for rest. This is the season for fuego, okay? It's fire season. It's fire season. Right? And so you know what you need to be doing right now. And you know better. Let me change that. You know better than to do nothing right now. You know better. You know better. And you feel the shift emotionally happening. You feel the shift happening. You feel the release happening. You feel this powerful transmutation of energy that's happening. The emotions that are being released. The unnecessary, like, pent up energy that is being released to make room for the things that you're supposed to be working on. Which, I'm sorry, last time I checked was this. So, what? I'm sorry, you have things to do. I'm gonna be a little too Saturnian right now, but you done said that that's what you wanted to do. Y'all know many times I have said this because it's true, and you guys know I'm a Capricorn. Okay, I'm a Saturn baby. I'm a Saturn child. I'm a Saturn whisperer. Okay, I should just change my name to Saturn's Whisperer. You guys know. You guys know. I'm like, oh, straight up, just be channeling from straight Saturn most of the time. And when I tell you, this is one of those times where it's like, okay, well, here you have the time. Here you have the time to do what you need to do. Here you have this, you have the energy, you have the transits. Jupiter is going into Taurus next month, okay? There's not really going to be no excuse to not work on this, because the energy is going to be so focused on that earth energy, focusing on grounding and envisioning and bringing that to life. So when it comes to the inner Saturn, my inner Saturn, okay? The planet that gets the most hate, because people just want to hate on Saturn for no reason. First of all, for all of y'all Saturn haters out there that like to hate on Saturn for no good given reason on Earth, Saturn is literally the reason why you end up having a stable situation, why you end up getting married during your Saturn return, why you end up feeling more grounded, why you end up getting more elevated in your job and getting a growing in your position. Saturn literally makes you grow up in a way that is stable. Like, Saturn just says, hey, okay, so I'm checking in. It's your Saturn return. So you had time to play, you had time to learn, you had time to be a kid. Okay, but now it's time to be a little bit more serious for a second, because I'm not going to come back to see you in another 30 years. So I'm going to need to make sure that you're okay, that you can handle yourself, that you have a stable foundation, that your heart's in a good place, that you can grow and do what you need to do without having, you know, distractions where they shouldn't be, friends that are interfering with your energy or your life where there shouldn't be. So I'm gonna just come in and do some cleaning house with you. We're gonna release some shit, and you're gonna come out of your Saturn return feeling a whole lot more grounded. That's what Saturn does. And what Saturn does every single year, okay, every Aries season, because this is the beginning of the astrological year. We are at the beginning of the astrological year. When it comes to the cardinal signs and the cardinal sign, like the energies of the cardinal signs, Aries is the first cardinal sign. Capricorn is the last cardinal sign. So when we get to the end part of the year, Capricorn bringing in the winter time, being the last cardinal sign, not the last Capricorn rule, I'm sorry, Saturnian rule sign, because there's still Aquarius. Still got to deal with that. But Capricorn season is always a checkpoint of what you thought, the intentions that you set during Aries season, and what you actually did with your damn time. How you personally were disciplined enough to follow what you wanted to do, to stay on task, with your goals, with your dreams, with your intentions, how you stayed on task. That's why Capricorn season is so depressing for some people, because they didn't stay on task and they have regrets. And then all of a sudden they're having a low-key year midlife crisis towards the end of the year because like, oh my God, I should have done this. Oh my God, why did I do that? Oh my God. It turns into a regret month because you know you didn't do what you should have been doing and you wasted part of your time. And that's the thing about the planet of time. Capricorn season is a checkpoint of how you spent your time. And then January comes and then you're focused on, okay, I did waste some time, but how am I going to use it moving forward? What is that going to look like moving forward now? Right. And then we get into a very reflective space with the Aquarius energies, what's happening collectively, and then the Pisces energies. Right. And then Aries season comes again, and it's the beginning of the astrological year. What is it that you actively regretted last year that you need to actually do this year? What is it that you actively don't want to repeat so that come December, you're not over here like, man, what is it? What is it? What cycle is it that you need to break? What cycle do you need to break? What do you need to be doing differently? What do you need to be doing differently? How are you going to change your strategy? What resources do you have? Are there resources available? And don't tell me there aren't. Are there resources available? How are you going to use these resources? The whole point is for consistency. And honestly, it's for your own elevation, because it really comes back to this. It really comes back to this. It comes back to your own destiny. How are you using the time that you have on this earth? What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? So this is why I say, I'm going to be a little Capricorn right now and just let y'all know that the things that you don't work on and don't set intention for during Aries season and the things that you don't actively try to shift are the things you're going to end up regretting later. So how are you going to spend your time? How are you going to spend your time? Okay? And so when it comes to everything that's happening with the collective, expect that everybody's going through their own shit. Try to have a little bit of empathy for everybody and what everybody's going through as well when it comes to this particular week, because it's not necessarily it's a very heightened energy. If it's definitely going to feel like a lot. It's definitely going to feel like there's an emotional release that needs to happen. If at any point this week you feel like crying, if at any point this week you feel like you need support, talk to your ancestors. Just talk to them. And when I say talk to them, I feel like a lot of people get overwhelmed by that. Talking to your ancestors is literally talking to your ancestors. Talk to them out loud. Talk to them. Go to your altar if you have one. If you don't, you are your ancestral altar at that point. Okay? Talk to your ancestors out loud or in your head, whichever one you prefer. But talk to them, pray, tell them how you're feeling, tell them what it is that you need support in, tell them what it is that you need to feel in those moments. Tell them why. Okay, it's important to communicate those emotions that are deeply like it's just building, it's almost like it's a pent up energy. Ask them to help you release what you need to release. Ask them to help you transmute the energy. It's really important because the lunar eclipse in Scorpio is really, it's gonna feel like a lot. It's gonna feel like a lot because Scorpio is not only a very serious sign, but Scorpio is also the sign that rules death and transformation, right? Scorpio is the sign that rules what is hidden, the unknown, okay? What is just actively impacting you, but actively also hiding in the shadows, right? And so when it comes to Scorpio energy, it's important for you to be mindful of what's coming into your awareness, be mindful of the knowledge that you have, and allow that knowledge to help you transform in those moments. Allow it to help you transform. Okay? Allow it to help you transform. Because those emotions are going to feel like it could feel like like out of the blue, all of a sudden you feel a lot. Or out of the blue, something shifts. Or out of the blue, you're feeling just like crying, or you're feeling like you need to allow the emotions to flow as naturally as possible. It can feel very intense. It's not always the easiest thing. It can feel really anxious, and it can feel like it's almost like your heart is beating so fast that it's just like you need something. And so in order to help that release that energy is super super important to make sure that you're doing the best to working through your emotions, your emotional energy. 1000%. So just make sure that you guys are being very gentle with yourselves, because it's not an easy thing to do when it comes to the energy, the heightened energies that we're kind of all collectively dealing with. Wait. One second. One second. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Okay, so with that said, let's look at the oracle cards. So aside from the fire purification rituals that I definitely recommend you guys do, make sure that you guys are also taking a spiritual bath. Okay, do a cleansing bath. I did put the recipe up for a purification bath on my YouTube channel for those who want to see it, but make sure you're doing some sort of cleansing, some sort of release, some sort of something to help you release the energy so that you're able to, so you're not like super pent up. So it's like at least something is getting off your shoulders. Okay, we are getting message. Okay, and there will be a lot of different things that come through, especially with the High Priestess card. During the eclipse, post the eclipse, you might get through like the middle part of the week, you're gonna definitely be getting you might be getting some very specific downloads. For the person that said is your YouTube channel linked in your bio, yes, it is in my link tree. we have the high priestess with the message energies. There's definitely a lot of things that are going to be coming through. Highly recommend doing a meditation for the solar eclipse, especially if you're looking for, if you're specifically looking for something that needs to be done, or like something that you feel like you need assistance with doing during that period. If there's something specific that you want to do, if you need to like work with specific herbs, if you need to do something specifically, definitely make sure that, you know, you ask, that you're connecting, that you're at least, you know, trying to also receive the messages that you need to get. That's also very, very, very important. Don't push away anything that comes through, even if you might not like what you're receiving, because that's also the thing that a lot of people like to do. They will actively block a certain message that's coming in just because they don't like the message that they're hearing. And just don't block your spiritual abilities at this time, even if you don't like what it is. Highlighting this Scorpio energy right here. Even if you don't like what it is, take a second, meditate with it, see what needs to be done. Okay, see what you need to do with that. We're also getting talisman. This is a great time to work with your spiritual tools, to work with, you know, anything that you specifically are feeling called to, because there's different types of spiritual tools. You can work entirely with things from nature. You can work with spiritual tools that are produced. You can work with, you know, blessed tools or things that have been, you know, consecrated. Whatever it is that you feel called to use, whether it's crystals, whether it is shells, whether it is like whatever it is, make sure that you're working with the tools, because it definitely feels like this is a great time, and the energy is so heightened. There's a great time to channel energy through these specific tools, and to use them as an extension of the energy to kind of direct them of where to go. It's also a great time to do a really cute energy healing session for those who need it. Some of y'all have additional pent-up energies, and some of y'all need a good energy healing session. Whether it's a crystal energy healing session or Reiki, whatever it is, some of y'all need to do some sort of release. Like a physical, like your body like needs to be released from that specific energy. Then we have protection. This is actively a given with the way that Aries is playing this week. Okay, Aries is a warrior sign. So Aries is not afraid to just straight up like some things. Okay, and so with the Aries energy, there's a sense of protecting your peace, protecting your mind, protecting your emotions, protecting your intentions. Also, don't go around telling everybody what you want to do. This is not the time to be sharing what you're working on, your dreams with some people, because not everybody wants the same things for you that you want. Some people are in their own kind of, some people project a lot of their own insecurities towards other people. That's kind of the other problem about it, that, yeah, we have boundaries. There needs to be some sort of like, you can be over there and I could be over here, but we'll still be like, we cool. I'm just not going to really tell you what I'm working on right now. I don't care how close you are with someone. This is not the time to be, you know, oversharing with certain people, just because it's just a good time to protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your, you know, your emotions, protect yourself. Okay, also to have divine masculine energy. Not even surprised that this is coming up, because this is underlining the energy. So there's a lot of focus on like physical manifestation, but we also have karmic path. So there's definitely some past life stuff going on. You guys could have some stuff mirroring from a past lifetime. There could be a specific past life that's coming up for you guys right now. Highly recommend doing a past life reading if that's something that you wanted to work on. I definitely recommend a past life reading. Past life reading always, honestly, can never fail. in my eyes. It's just so helpful, and helps to just heal at a soul level, which is why I love doing it so much. Anyway, Archangel Michael, how will you troll me today? What do we need to know collectively? Oh, hold on. Okay. and it happens again where every single week, Archangel Michael like just trolls my readings. So we have, you're on the right path and this is your life's purpose. What did I say with this? That our destiny is being triggered, right? I said that. I said that. I said that like 5 times. Here it is. Every week does not fail. This just does not fail. And then we also have, you created the situation and you have the power of changing it. And this is 100% a fact for the things that need to be released. 100% a fact for things that, you know, have to be like let go, like, you know, like it's time. It's like, okay, you've been putting some effort, or you haven't been putting some effort on something that you need to put in, and now you know you have to put in the work. Yeah, this is the time to actively do your part in your life. Do your part. Don't lose yourself. Don't go autopilot. It's so important during Aries season not to go autopilot, because then you just, the year just flashes by and then you're like, oh man, yeah. And then all of a sudden you're kind of like lost, or just like feeling like down, and then December comes and everybody's just like hella depressed. So don't let it like get you down in that kind of way where it just feels like the energy is just like needs to shift, but you don't want to like stay stuck in it. Don't stay stuck in it. Don't do it. Just trust me. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your peace. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. At this point in time, it's not worth it. What do we need to know collectively for this week? What do we need to know collectively? All right, I'm getting attacked right now with these cards. Okay, so we have inner child. I'm not really surprised because the bottom of the deck is the Leo card, the strength card, which, for those who don't know, Leo does rule the inner child. Leo does rule the ego and the willpower because it is ruled by the sun. So we have inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. And this is very, very important this week, to make sure that you are taking care of your spirit, your emotions, that you're doing something playful, like that you love. Like I've been on my time off, when I take my time off, because your girl has been working on readings like nobody's business. But when I have my time off, I play video games a lot. I love video games. Like, I will be in Skyrim. Okay, I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and then I'm going to be playing the Black Flag one, which is the pirate one, which is, they're supposed to be the 2 best ones. So, but yeah, I love Skyrim. I haven't played all of the Assassin's Creed games, so don't ask me about the other ones, because literally I just went by areas of the world that I love, and I've always just loved ancient Egypt. And I love pirates, so you know, so basically that was a non-negotiable. So yeah, so I'm playing Origins now. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. I really love how they have like different, I can make a whole separate video of the things I love from like Assassin's Creed Origins, but it's just like, I love they have the prayers in there. I love that they have like the different the visuals are stunning. Like the way the game is super, super amazing. But yeah, I want to play the Black Flag one, which is the Pirates one, but that's gonna be after. That's maybe in the summertime after I finish Origins. I just killed the crocodile in Origins, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna add more people to the list that I have to go take care of in the game. So, so yeah, you know, do your thing. I love specific video games. Like, I'm not a super gamer where I play like so many different games. Like, my favorite games of all time is like Skyrim, Gears of War 3, Tomb Raider, all of the Tomb Raider games, all of the Super Mario games. What was the other one? There's another one. Oh my god. Oh, I love the Plant vs. Zombie games. Like for those who are on Xbox One, it is so much fun. When those games came out, it was so much fun. Yeah, Tomb Raider, Skyrim. What else? I think there was another one and I just forgot it, which is weird because I am playing the Witcher games as well, but yeah, I keep going back and forth between the two. But yeah, I be you should check out. I'll just go see Oblivion. I think I actually downloaded it. I have to play it, but like I'm trying to get through Origins right now. And I feel like with Elder Scrolls, if I get into Elder Scrolls, like if I'm playing Skyrim and I'm doing a whole new like, game, I'm gonna spend at least another month in that game because that's just how Skyrim is. Like you turn around and you lost like 10 hours in that game because it's just so good. But it's one of my favorite games of all time. Like Skyrim has my heart. It just has my heart. As far as gaming goes, it just has my heart. But all of the Tomb Raider games, chef's kiss. Absolutely love. Elder Scrolls, love. I love Elder Scrolls Online too, but I love Skyrim more. That's just my personal opinion. And yeah, like I be on my gamer stuff. I don't be, you will never catch me playing a card game because the only card game that I know how to play is Mario Kart. Literally, I don't have my license in real life yet because I have to get it soon. But I don't have my license in real life and I feel like I can't drive anything else but Mario Kart. That's the only one that I can I will beat you in. Every other thing, I don't know if it's too realistic. I don't know what it is, but I can't. I just I be like with the buttons, I'd be crashing into stuff right away, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to be like this when I'm driving. Like I'm scared. But yeah, no. Feed your inner child, y'all. Do your thing. I'll let y'all know when I finish Origins though. But so far it's a pretty long game, but the map is huge. So your girl's gonna be in it for a while. I'm also not trying to super rush it. Like I'm doing the side quests and stuff too. So it's really beautiful. It's really fun. But I love the different temples. I love that it has like the different prayers, the papyruses and stuff. Like I think the story is really beautiful. So yeah, so sorry, we just took a break to talk about our inner child, Abby's inner child right now, and it turned into video games. So here we are. But no, this is a great week to, feed your inner child a little bit, like really allow yourself to align back to the things that you love and what you want to do. That's super important. But love, what is it that you love? What is it that you're so passionate about? What is it that just fills your heart, your soul? It's just, what is it? What is it? Do that thing. And then we have blessings. Why? Because this is literally, we're working towards blessings. There's a lot of doors that are going to open in May. Even with the Mercury retrograde, some things might get delayed, but y'all, Jupiter is about to go into Taurus, okay? Things are going to get more grounded in a way that they haven't been since, honestly, I'm going to be bold and I'm going to say it, since the pandemic. Because the last time Jupiter was in an earth sign was when Jupiter was in Capricorn, and that was literally 2020 when COVID hit. So it's going to be a very grounding year in a way that was way different than all the government focus that we had during 2020 was a mess. Oh my God. And it's crazy because depending on the government during 2020 was like a whole joke. Like it was just like, why are we doing that? It makes no sense to do that. why do you want to do that for? It was just a mess. It was a straight up mess. Anywho, what do we need to know collectively this week? What are the messages coming through collectively this week? A personal issue reaches a resolution, and this has been a theme for this reading. A personal issue reaches a resolution. It's been a theme for this reading, as far as like working through and look at the bigger picture. Like And hilariously, this is a card for Sagittarius. We've been getting like every single fire sign in this reading. Am I surprised? No. And we have work through your fears. Work through your fears. In what? In Scorpio. Bottom of the deck. And if you've been like watching the channel since last year, you guys know I've been yelling at y'all about this for like a whole year plus. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. I've been talking about holding your vision since last year. Over a year, we've been talking about this. Holding your vision. What is your vision? What is it that you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? What is the purpose? What is your purpose? What is your vision? What are you seeing up here? What is it that you're bringing forward? Like, what is it? We've been talking about that since last year. Those who've been here since then, y'all the true OGs, because y'all know I've been yelling about that to you guys for like a whole year plus. Fun times. But the journey continues, because the thing is, like I said before, when it comes to this energy, this takes anywhere from 3 to 10 years to fully manifest. And so holding your vision is something that has to be done in the long term. It is a long-term process. It's very much a long-term process. So you also got romance. Like I said, solar eclipse is in Aries. Aries is ruled by the planet of Mars, which is the planet of passion. So you can also release some of this energy in sensual ways, is the way I'm going to put it, so I don't get banned from all these lives. You guys know what I'm talking about, but y'all do what y'all need to do. Okay, do what y'all need to do. We're also getting study. And I'm not really surprised that is coming out either, because of the High Priestess energy. Some of y'all need to be using your resources and other ways of doing what you need to do, because it's like, so some of you, if you've been feeling blocked, like something has not, you haven't had a breakthrough in the way that you wanted to, there's something that you need to learn, something that you need to dive into in order to get the comfortability that you need to adapt that into what needs to be done. So is a different approach. It's having a different approach. Doing things a little bit slightly differently, looking for resources for those who know. Dreams. What is your vision? What is your dream? How are you bringing it to life? How are you actively playing your part in bringing your dream to life? That is really the question. That is really like, what are you doing? But use your resources. You have resources. You really have resources. You know how people say there's nothing new under the sun? That means that you have resources from those who have opened the door to the vision that you personally have, even if it's slightly different. We have celebration. Because have fun. Don't tell people about what you're doing, but have fun. Okay, if you need to release the energy, you can also do it with exercise. It's Aries season. This is the warrior sign. This is the very active sign. This is actually the sign that rules over physical activity. So it's a great time to go out dancing. It's a great time to go to the gym, go running. And as you focus on these goals that you have for yourself, focus on bringing that sense of pleasure to your life. And that's kind of the thing about even this Leo energy that's coming up, underlining the reading. Leo rules the 5th house, right? The 5th house is the house of pleasure. It's the house of having fun. It's the house of enjoyment. It's the house of casual dating. It's also the house of sex. It is the house of really enjoying your life. Why? Because Leo is the energy that rules over your inner child. And we already got the inner child card, right? Leo is the energy that rules over your inner child. Leo is the energy that rules over your willpower, what you want to do, right? And so there's this energy of just having fun, being playful. Being playful, okay? Try to stay a little clearer from, you know, any hecticness, and just try to have a little bit of fun. I just got like a new kitten, which by the way, yes, I will be introducing her to y'all very soon. I'm just letting her grow a little bit longer. So, you know, because she's like teeny weeny itty bitty right now. But she's been growing like crazy and driving me crazy, basically. But she is super, super, super cute and super active. Like your girl can't go to the bathroom without her waking up and then she wants to play. But it's really funny when it comes to cats, because cats have this like, I can literally make a whole video about cat energy. I can literally make a whole video. You know, a video that I wanted to do for a while is all about cat culture. Okay. And I know I told y'all not to tell people which you want to work on, but this is just a video. This is a video for TikTok that I want to do. But can we talk about how cat culture is just iconic? Like we have taken so much from cats. Like we call it the catwalk, a cat eye. Okay, just the way cats like hunt, the way like the movements, the we have like, as human beings, I'm going to be as bold to say that cats are a little bit more iconic than dogs, because dogs, we're not over here doing things like dogs are. We love dogs, right? We love dogs. They're our best friends. But cats are iconic. Cats are just, they teach you how to be unapologetically yourself. Like anytime my cat wakes up, my kitten wakes up and she just wants to play, she wants to do what she wants to do. Okay, she wants to play, she goes to play. She wants to pee, she goes to pee. She wants food, she's in a mouth. Okay, like whatever she wants, it's this Leo energy. And that's literally, it's crazy because that's how Leos are. And you guys know I'm a Leo rising, so I vibes with cat energy every day, 1000% of the day. But it's just crazy to me how cat energy is so empowering. It's so like dominating in a way where it's like you have full control over your life. You have full control over what you want to do, why you need to do what you want to. Like it's very empowering. Like do what you want, be what you want. You want to go eat. You want to go hunt. You want to go play. You want to scratch the hell out of my hands, which she's been doing like crazy. Then she's gonna do that. Like cats are super iconic. And they teach you a lot about life. They teach you to take back your power. They teach you to be in your power. They teach you to really rest. They teach you to rest. A cat nap? How many things have we taken from cats? Cat walk, cat eyes, cat naps. Y'all can't tell me cats are not iconic. Y'all can't. Argue with your mother. You can't. You can't tell me cats are not iconic. You can't. I know some people call it a dog nap, but it's just, a cat nap is the OG of what it is. Like cats are actively so empowering. And so when you have a cat and you're around them, they teach you how to be empowering within yourself as well. They teach you how to take care for yourself, right? They're always cleaning themselves. Like they invented self-love and self-care. Argue with your mother. I'm just going to give cats all of the praises. They teach you how to self-care. Okay. And they're constantly protecting themselves. They constantly get hyper fixated, and they're always like, they become aware very quickly. And they can also off like almost any animal. Can we just talk about like how cats literally could just, they're straight up warriors and they will straight up end your life if they wanted to. Like cats are iconic. They just are. And so when it comes to this underlying energy, it's like, yo, be yourself. Be you. Okay, feed your inner child. What do you want to do? What do you need? What do you want? What do you need? Why do you need it? It's such a powerful energy to just sit in, right? This is why in ancient times you have like cats being like worshipped and venerated the way they are, and why you see animals being venerated for their own abilities, because you learn from nature. They teach you lessons. Animals teach you lessons. The environment teaches you lessons, right? So it's important for us to, when we're losing ourselves, because you must have forgotten who you were, right? For a second, you got lost in the sauce, you forgot who you was, and then you just need to come back. Sometimes you need to see how in nature, and I always say that when you feel like a little bit like something doesn't make sense, go see how it is in nature, and then it will make sense. It will become very apparent very quickly. Trust. It's one of those things where you need to just sit with yourself and reflect and come back into your own power, which is what we're doing. She's mowing, so I gotta go play with her. Anyway, y'all, that is this weekly's healing circle. I hope that y'all got the messages y'all needed, because it was a lot, and we talked about a lot of things, a lot of twangs. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for wanting to receive the messages. For those who are on YouTube, for those who are on TikTok, because this is the only place that you guys can't replay the live if you missed it or if you're just joining. It's on TikTok. I'm sorry, it's on YouTube, which is linked in my bio, and it is on Instagram, which is also linked in my bio. For those who are going to want a reading or anything like that, I'm currently having a special on my readings with the code Solar Eclipse 33 in all caps. You get 33% off all of my services, and it ends on the solar eclipse, so that's like 3 days. So make sure that if you want a reading or you want to take advantage of it before it expires, make sure you use it before then. Don't forget to also sign up for the lunar eclipse ceremony that we're going to be doing, which is going to be a release ceremony. Okay. Because that's going to be really powerful. I am really excited about it. So make sure you get your tickets. The link will be in my bio. I love you guys. Have a blessed night. Okay. Kisses to everybody. Kisses to everybody. My wife's going to be like, what? No. Okay, there we go. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.